This is NEXGA's map pick as well. Meanwhile, on the side, the Ninjas here, they are actually one of the few teams that still do favor a very interesting flavor of Lotus, right? So we usually see them run the Viper and the Omen. Like, we've seen that double controller meta for quite a while, but it's starting to shift into like a double initiator kind of meta. We've even seen some teams run double initiator, double duelist, which is kind of crazy, you know? But the interesting caveat about the team composition here for Ninjas in Galaxy is that they don't often run the flashes and they choose to go with a fade instead, which I'm going to be honest, I don't completely hate. The smokes allow you to get a lot of map control and allows you to scale up freely, and the prowlers as well as the information gathering abilities from Fade ensure that you have a pretty comfortable defense. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the thing that's really perplexing to some and an interesting case study on its own is the fact that NEXGA are one of the few teams to run a Sova here on the Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Usually not seen. It's not common. It's a rarity if even. And the way they have to run that setup is with, of course, the double ini, right? The breach. I'm assuming if they ran a single initiator, it wouldn't be a Sova in there in the first place. I'm sure Audica would have gone like secondary duelist or something.
Imagine Adaka on the ISO.
Hey man,
That'd be fire, no?
he was cooking. Yeah, that's kind of fire.
Now look at this pacing here from NEXGA. They're already through on the side here. The fault line being deployed. The paranoia on towards heaven as well. Ooh, splash in a very dangerous line right now. Inside the smoke on towards the heaven area. Gets the first one to INF, swings out on towards Shiba, but Josh trades it right back. Opening up the retake here for Ninjas.
Shiba and Josh have gone into the drop position as well. Utila is being sent out to try and push them back a little bit, but Mojo is just around the corner. It's gonna get... Oh my gosh, wait, he actually just domes Persona with the right click. I thought Persona had him there for a second, especially with the Sheriff, but they're closing it into tree and they're winning the fight. Shiba, he goes down to Applix. Now into the 1-on-2 is Josh, and he doesn't even find that fight. Applix, he takes him out, and NEXGA, they find the pistol.
Wait until I blind them to strike.
I don't know if the setup from Ninjas was good enough to deny them the space onto A for NEXGA here. Because usually we see NEXGA starting on C side, right? If I'm not mistaken, on their pistol rounds here on Lotus. So already throwing the Ninjas off the trail here. Now it's going to be a B main play for the Ninjas on this eco round. Classics across the board. We'll see if Impecunity gets caught out here. Oh, caught with his pants down.
He does.
Gets taken out by the little peckers of the Classics there. It's just like when you have like a crow in your hand, right? And like the beak is just like stabbing into your hand surely.
Yes, I get it. Persona though, 35 HP, a hell of a dream.
Oh,
INF, he has to try and find this fight. He does, he finds one, he's going for the second, he's running out of bullets, but there's a chance there that he might have taken the fight. Audica took way too long to close that out. Mojo now onto the side defense as well with Applix. They're gonna try and sway this off, and Persona, yeah, with the 35 HP, somehow finds Applix close range. This is so much damage done onto the eco already, actually. This is so good for Ninjas.
Okay.
It's not, but they lost 3 players to Classics. I'm quite happy with that.
Man.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that if I'm Ninjas. Is that kind of screws up the buy here for NEXGA going into this round.
Yeah, what are they gonna get here? Okay, so they have the 2 Guardians that are saved over. They got 2 shares and a single stinger on Mojo. Looking at this buy, I don't think their chances are going to be too bad here, because there's still going to be Splash, who has the Guardian in his hands. He can take a long-range duel to try to open things up. Ooh, Link door already broken here for the Silent Ninjas, rotating their players, Persona and Josh, through for the moment. But now, this avenue is going to be open for NEXGA as well. The Paranoia comes through onto the side here. The smokes go down and the spike should be planted shortly. Mojo opting to get into a safe corner here.
Splash.
Now game is on.
Yeah, game is on. Splash is going to try and find some sort of early timing into the spawn area, but the thing is, all of these Ninja players, they're coming through from Link, and look at the amount of pressure they're just trying to get to flush out Mojo, but he's holding this somehow with his team as well. 3 rifles are down, all in that Link position. So Bryce and INF are left, and they have to go for this play. They have to go for it fast. There's the Rolling Thunder, and no, it hits INF as well. It just clips him barely, and the swing comes out from Applix as well. Let's go on to 3.
That Rolling Thunder from Mojo came out just in time too. He started the round with 2 ultimate points away from that Rolling Thunder. The spike plan, the kill, gave him just enough for it. And now NEXGA able to weather the storm, albeit a little bit tattered up. They're able to close the 3 rounds here. And now it's going to be Ninjas. They're going to have sharers across the board, a single Bucky to work with. And A site is going to be where they're stacking towards, it seems.
Oh, Persona, I don't know if he sent a shot through there. It looked like he sent a shot through there, unless that was one of NEXGA's tracers coming through. This is a little bit cheeky from Shiba. Let's see if he can make it work. Sees the feet. He has to hide behind the door. He has to be so careful. He's gonna get swung upon. His arm is seen. And yeah, unfortunately, not gonna be too much. I'm a bit perplexed by that play. Oh, and Josh got shut down as well. Splash finding the kill up top, double up as well. He's gone back, dashed away to the fight in the flank. Ooh, double kill. Actually, triple fully coming in from INF. Now left into the clutch. This is very doable. He was the MVP last time, right? Of his team. He was the guy fragging out. He was the guy matching against Splash 33 frags onto 33 frags. So if there's anyone that can do it, it's him, but it's a high-low setup and it's just too hard for him to swing into.
Yeah, you might as well ask him to jump 6 feet there if you wanted him to win that duel.
Nah, bro, just run across and make sure your Vandal just like hits both of them. Let him out.
Real. Just swing out, shoot the first guy, shoot the second guy.
Yeah,
easy,
like,
easy.
Like, what's so hard, bro? All right.
Man.
Here.
different
NEXGA, but at the same time, the NEXGA we expected on Lotus.
Yeah, but look at Mojo, man. He is on one right now. 8-1. Pretty on KDA, if I say so myself.
Oh, there's the Odin. They know that's a buy that's coming in through, and looks like they're going to try and avoid any
look
sort
at this
of it.
pinch. The fault line's going to come through here. The paranoia was good from B main, but Brycey able to pick up 2 here, but Mojo trades him right back out. The smokes are going to have to be deployed very shortly for NEXGA.
Oh, they tried to flush.
Applix, a little bit of a blunder there, and now forced to rotate through water. Persona picking up Mojo with the operator here, and now Impecunity stuck in towards Waterfall. Where will you go? Surrounded from all directions. Guns pointed at him from each one.
They tried to flush through, and just every plan just did not work out. Like, hey, let's go into A. There's an Odin. All right, we'll go into B. Oh god, there's Bryce. All right, let's go into C. Oh god, there's Persona with the op. Spike is down. Impecunity left into the 1-on-3. He has to try and fight this. 1 kill is good. The second one was there as well. The third one could have been it. They nearly lined up, but Josh managed to just duck under the crosshair a little bit. Oh, Impecunity, he makes it seem so doable and so close. If there's anyone you want in that clutch, I guess it would be him.
Man, that round started off so well for NEXGA as well, by the way. Just the way they were able to scale up in towards Link, using Ninja's wall against themselves there, as well as the smoke to deny the space on that Link position, and then having, I think Josh it was, no, sorry, having Aplex on that B main position to throw that paranoia out, to catch out the players, waiting to pinch that push. But now, it's going to be massive information gain here for Ninjas. They prowler out towards B main, find nobody here. That's going to be a great line being handed over to Persona. He has the operator to work with.
Oh.
It's going to be a collateral here. Hello? Somebody get on the air horns. It is time for the MLG montages, baby.
Oh yeah, right through him. And all of their momentum was stopped already. I think Splash wanted, he was prepping, right? He was prepping his quads to jump in all the way to the back there. But he got knocked to 11 HP and it's gone. And then he lost 2 of his teammates. INF takes out Impecunity, so clutch factor out of the round already. Ninjas are holding this very, very well. Splash has the rifle from one of his teammates. Knives are out as well. This is going to be a huge, crazy play, but it's the spray down from Bryce on top of the boxes. A flawless round from Ninjas. Finding their footing again.
Bryce makes the Phantom look like a laser beam. Can I just say?
I mean, when you play, he has a distinct playstyle with the Phantom, which reminds me of Nats.
Yeah,
Right.
now that you're mentioning it, it's kind of uncanny.
Which I think is what he's trying to follow. You know, considering the roles that he plays, it's very similar to smokers, controllers, and stuff.
Yeah.
Phantom, it just helps, right? Because there's no tracer. 2-shot headshot, yeah, but on a map like Lotus, you're gonna close in into the 1-shot headshot distance already. So Phantoms are really good here. Spike gonna go down, so it's gonna be a full 5-man retake.
Oh,
And they're planning to crunch through onto Josh. They have to be so careful not to get sprayed down, but they do. Josh finds 2 of them, and Mojo, he's gonna try and get some extra space here, and he dies to INF. He was on the defuse already, and Impecunity, he's left into this clutch along with Aplex. Throws down the Nanoswarm, but it's way too late. Oh, actually, no, not yet. Almost there. No, holding the angle. Now it's too late.
casually finds one through the toxic screen, by the way.
I thought they had that for a second. It looked very, very close.
Yeah.
I thought they defused it already, but yeah. Okay, can you break down why Mojo went through Waterfall for me?
I honestly can't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why they triple swung that. I think they were trying to fight for that space. But it might have been just who was holding that? Was it INF?
Yeah, INF was holding up on the other side of Waterfall. Their first obstacle was Josh. They triple swung him. They lost 2. Oh, was Mojo... Wait. Did he get confused by his own teammate's door play?
I think if he did.
Because Impecunity was at the door, right?
Oh.
We saw that's where his position was. We heard the door swing out, like it started turning. Did he react off of that either as a call to like, hey, Impecunity's gonna start fighting on the other side of the door, so I have to throw util past the waterfall area to try and stun them and stop them? And he swings out. The swinging out into INF part seems a bit rushed to me. I don't know. It's a weird round. Maybe that's what they're talking about right now.
Yeah. Probably trying to get their pacing in check because the ninjas here are catching up 3-4, making this look like a very close game now. Into the 8th round. Real chance to equalize it. Persona has the operator, has the showstopper. Viper Spit is online. Take your pick on how you would like to win this round. Now showstopper being deployed from Persona. Oh, Anuka! Right into the basket. Shoots a 3-pointer right into his forehead squarely.
That might as well have been another basketball court.
Oh.
God, okay. Not too crazy just yet, though. We are still in the 4-on-4. Now 4-on-3. INF loses his life into Splash, but Splash goes for that swing. He finds Bryce as well. He holds the angle just nicely. Rolling Thunder gets used to try and dissuade any sort of push coming through from any other teammates, but That spacing was wide open because Shiba and Josh, they were way further behind. It looks like they're going to call it to save their rifles for the next one as well. Economy is still relatively stable, but they still don't want to lose too many weapons here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a 2v4, right? You've tried a play and it doesn't work out, and there's the Hunter's Fury online. There's not much of a chance here to take it back.
Ataka always gets one with his Hunter's Fury. He always does. Let's see if he somehow has this map, like the Lotus map, like he's looking at it top down, and he's shooting across. He can see you.
Bro is Jin ulting, man.
Oh no. Make sure he doesn't pull out dual wielding pistols.
My god. Ooh, okay, I like this from Ninjas. The paint shells come out to deny the teleport play. It's gonna catch out a bit of damage onto its Apex. Josh trades him right out, but Splash is gonna be good for the Viper. Wall comes up, but it's not gonna be giving too much space here because look, there's no one to capitalize on it. Shiba is just tucked towards 3. 2 of his homies have just died outside of rubble here. He does not want this smoke.
No, he does not. They just have to try and find a way to stabilize this and equalize this, and Shiba is going to push through the smoke wall, dying to Ataka. Not too sure I favor that play, and INF doesn't even catch this timing that comes through. Did he just avoid his own teammate's flash? That's nuts, by the way. That's crazy. That's crazy reaction speed. Bryce left on the 1-on-4. Money is all the way down the drain. The best he can do is try and save this, especially if he wants to play around his Viper's Pit next round if he does decide to use that.
Might have to look at your EPF account, Tiga, for that one now. You're looking for buy next round, man. Because, hey, this is an emergency situation. Speaking of dodging flashes, by the way, have you seen the new skin bundle? And the showcase videos on Twitter?
Is it the one with like the magical wand and everything?
Yeah. The one with the cute little animals and all. There was this one clip where the skin showcaser like dodged a Phoenix flash, man.
Yeah, they've had pro players doing the previews.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Do you remember when like the first, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 skin bundles ago, it was the little preview on Ascent and the guy was just going crazy, like one-tapping people? That was TENS. I think that was TENS, yeah. Because they said they were allowed to preview the bundles and they were like, hey, why don't you guys do the previews? So some of these previews, I think they're pros. If the story is correct. Someone can correct me on that, but I know there was a lot of talk about it.
Okay.
Speaking
of which,
timeout
Ninjas are on their first timeout now. I think what they're going to be talking about a lot is probably how they're approaching A early on in the rounds. Because we've seen that's been their biggest point of contention where they've been getting caught out. They tried to make a more proactive play. And every time they've tried to do something that's a little too aggressive, NEXGA were there to shut it right out. It's like they're just reading them like a book at this point. And now they have to somehow find a way to throw NEXGA off the trail here. Especially the Godfather, Mojo, performing like this. 10-4, man.
Yeah, he was a little bit quiet before. Well, not even quiet. He was stable on his stats before, but he's showing up now even more so. A lot of noise being made here into C, and yeah, Viper's Pit is going to get used here. Ninjas did manage to buy up this round as well, but should they lose any more, it's going to be very, very dire for their bank. Shiba's going to be the first to try and take contact here. I haven't really favored Shiba on this fade, to be honest. Every time I've seen Ninja, every time I've seen Ninja's kind of play the fade, I feel like he could be on a better character for what he wants to do. But I mean, if he's comfortable on it, then so be it. But we're at this level of gameplay where I don't think comfort matters anymore.
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. I think the fade on in isolation isn't too bad, but speaking of isolation, Josh is gonna get isolated from his teammates and get caught out. Now Persona able to bounce his way in towards the link to avoid his fate. Now look at this A's side completely open here. NEXGA just rubbing their hands together. Look at how beautiful.
Oh,
Never mind! INF from downtown takes out Mojo here.
Oh, they just
Look
walk
at the
past each other.
retake
They
here.
just walk past each other. Oh, there we go. Okay, INF gets shut down, but he takes Aduka with him as well. Splash did not find that timing. Onto the 3-on-3 we go. Persona's 51 HP. He has to try and take one fight and get traded instantly, but it's gonna be so fast. He sees the jump spot from Impunity. There's the paranoia as well. It's such a good post-plant situation for NEXGA. That was systematically beautiful to watch from every part. The jump spot to Splash holding heaven to the paranoia to the full crunch. That's full teamwork. That was beautiful.
They just have it, man. NEXGA now. It really looks like they figured out the plans of the ninjas here. A little bit of tuning, a little bit of tweaking, and now they have their timings right. NEXGA, they're one of the teams that do look like a very lethal force once they have it all sorted together here. Ninjas now have to find a way to answer into this, but INF a bit overzealous with that play, getting caught out by Impunity's operator.
Oh, get shut down. Hi, Josh. Oh, good little flick as well for Impunity. So, slowing down everything, but they're losing players. And Bryce has found a timing. He can find two here, sprays down both, and yet just barely just gets it. Impurity just jumps out with the shorty, clear him out. Impurity on 3 so far. She was the last one alive. Does have the flank here. I'm not too sure if he goes for the door play. It's a bit too risky for him. He doesn't even have armor. He gets pinged out, but his position is noted. Ooh, wallbang is nearly on point. There's the C's. He's going for the peak, but into the big barrel of the op. So NEXGA leading the charge still 8-3.
The kill operator from Impunity went huge that round, man. Okay, catching out the aggressive play from INF is one thing. And then punishing a second player who's trying to get information on towards B main. That was... They basically just made the retake forces into 0 with that operator alone.
Here.
Granted, Persona will have an operator of their own to try to answer it this time around. We'll see how ninjas choose to approach this. They're already making their presence known on towards B main, but look at this. Splash has that op in hand. Trying to find a pick here as the rest of his team is going to funnel in through this A-roll position. INF is holding towards heaven. It's going to be a very passive setup from the Killjoy, and the ultimate is going to come out from Josh. Spots out the information, updraft, tailwind into the site here. NEXGA get the A site completely for free.
Lockdown is initiated as well. Both at the same time as well. This is going to be fun. Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams. Let's go. Splash gets the kill onto INF. Even swaps into knives. Gets to Josh as well. But he is caught by the lockdown. And there's another player caught as well on the other side. So things are going to slow down to a little bit of a crawl. But they do not have the time for this. They have to rush it through. Impurity finds Persona as well. Splash going for the peek again with the knives. Takes out Bryce. That's his third. Fourth is going to be in the smoke if he pushes for it. Shiba avoids it. But no, just gets shotgunned by 5 knives. Close range. Flawless for NEXGA. 9-3 as we swap over in the half.
Oh, Venn diagrams aside, no overlaps here, baby. 3 to 9, a clean half from NEXGA. But I would say Lotus is a very attack-leaning map. And now Ninjas, the onus will be on them to try to show us what they have with this team composition. Because I'm going to be honest, with this team comp, they don't really have a good retake, nor do they have good stalling. But you know what they have? They have really, really good scaling here. With that Viper wall, they have amazing defaults with the option onto the Omen. And this is exactly what we're looking for, right? I think what we're going to see here is we're going to see a C-mount play, which is happening right now. We see the turret being put up in an advanced position. Dart's going to come out on towards that rubble position, actually. The Viper wall coming up to deny NEXGA all the space, while Ninjas here walk up towards rubble.
Bit of a lower Ninjas this time, but the stun is so good. Bryce finds that shot into NEXGA's to splash as well. Audica returns it back into Persona. The nade as well, finding that kill. Mojo is gonna back away from the tree position, left with 58 HP. Doesn't want to take any more fights than he needs to. Applix, he's fully blinded, nearsighted even. Shiba just jumps around with that classic as well. Impecurity. Ooh, held the angle, but it's not there. There's the first 1 second jump coming through. She was just jumping around the corners with this classic, man. He's getting his
30
kills.
seconds left.
Oh, good body shot as well. Down to 3 HP is Mojo.
He's so low here.
He's so low. Does not even find that fight against Bryce. So, Ninjas, they take that pistol. Just barely, though. What, 84 HP across both players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Ninjas taking the first pistol round now of this map. They're going to be able to get a pretty good buy together, and it's going to be the Vandal on towards INF as well. I like this confidence. It's your time, rookie. Well, Persona will have that Vandal to play with himself as well. Josh.
I don't think I've seen anyone do this angle so far. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
it's a very
like I've seen this angle, but I don't think I've seen anyone play it in this split.
because it's a very niche angle, right? The only time you'd use it is to probably counter an aggressive play, and even then, it's not that great of an angle to get shots off from. And it's very easy to miss someone underneath who will push you and slow walk up if you're taking like the inner route, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Now Ninjas, they will be taking up the mount position, playing with the door switch so far. The Fade Prowler from Shiba here is already going to go out, catching.
Oh, for sure, not there. Second one is.
Opportunity.
He's going around the smoke, but he gets run down as well. Ninjas are filling up the feed. It's all red so far. They find that fight against Splash as well. He was just holding out in the open. How much he could do there. Audica, quote unquote, the veteran last alive, but classic in hand, it's not much he can do. Just a little bit of chip damage. Okay, Ninjas are starting to find their momentum back into this. Economy helps the game. NEXGA not being able to buy stuff, but now we're going into the gun rounds. What do you have in terms of research for this? What do you think they're going to go for the hit?
Honestly, Ninjas usually run the same default all the time, and there we go. It's right there in front of you. And from this setup, you can already surmise how half the round is going to go, right? They're going to start stronger towards C, and then they're going to have both INF and Bryce try to walk up. Bryce is going to have to play a lot more patiently towards the lobby position and try to confirm if the rest of Ninjas can safely. Otherwise, this C side is going to be completely open, and the rest of their team is just going to funnel in through the C side then. Or if there is an option for B, the call will be made, I think, by INF off the lurk, and they will go through this door, and all three of the members on Mount will funnel in through this door position, like we're seeing right now. To my knowledge, though, they don't usually leave Persona on the back here. I think the rest of the team is just like regrouping at the moment. It seems like A is going to be the angle this time around instead.
First contact taken, information is gained as well. Splash has to back up, make sure he survives for the fight. Saw one player jump over into rubble as well. Shiba going for the close range contact. Oh, but Audica manages to find Persona just as he opens the door. Splash is around the corner. Good stun as well to find more fights, but he's losing HP. Shiba is being such a nuisance with the movement and the stinger. Swapping over to the Guardian, but nearly gets his head taken off there. Afflex is the second one to try and test this fight. 14 seconds left into the round. They just lost Bryce as well. This attack is failing, so they're going to have to pivot into B, but it's being held by two players on the other side, and yes, Shiba just gets domed down. INF left into the defense here, but with time running out and four players essentially swinging him, it's not much he can do.
Yeah, and 5-10. NEXGA now on that double digits on the scoreboard here. A real chance to shut this out. But Ninjas, they will be able to barely afford a buy here. A couple of key pieces of utility. No, actually, they do get full utility here. You know what's going to be really dangerous though?
Yo.
Impecunity is one off that lockdown. So if they can secure the orb for them here, that's going to be massive. Because with the way that NEXGA are playing, having that lockdown to deny the spike plant last minute is going to be massive. Especially since Ninjas here, they don't have a way to destroy that lockdown. Unless you have lineups with the storm grenade somehow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's such a...
That's a stretch and a half.
It's more than a stretch, it's the long mile. You put this lockdown anywhere really, but...
Careful.
More often than not, with the way Lotus works, space is given anyways. Ooh, jump, nearly getting his head taken off his Audica there. Ooh, Nade does find Afflex, so into the C site we go, but a lot of util damage on the way in as well, and there's still a very, very big defense here. Impecunity, as mentioned, yeah, it is online. Impecunity finds that shot into Josh, though. They have to still be careful. They're losing all these players from all these different angles. Impecunity's jumped up top into spawn, finds the headshot into Shiba. Bryce left all alone, and the Killjoy ult is going to be used as well. 1-on-3, his back is in this corner, but he can isolate these fights. He finds the first one. He made note that one is by the door. First one's gonna swing. He goes for the wide swing. He had Spike in his hands. 10 seconds. He hears the updraft. Oh my God. Splash does get the kill. That was a little bit worrying.
You know the pop and swing clips that you see? Where someone swings out like wide swing?
What swing can you even call that? He had Spike in his hands. He really just wanted to show him that he had Spike in his... I know it's a misinput, but it's like, hey buddy, look what I have. Bam.
Now, it's going to be a timeout called by Ninjas here. Overall, I think they started off the execute pretty well. The paint shells, so well placed from Persona to be able to take down Afflex there. But not using the showstopper, not using the Nightfall in that round, I think was a little bit... Actually, I don't know if Shiba had Nightfall because he was 1 point off, I think. And I'm not sure he had the kill to top it off. But the showstopper was online. They had the opportunity to use it on Impecunity's Killjoy, which was outside of Waterfall, tethered by that Seas, mind you. So he was trapped there. That was a real chance to use that showstopper to shut that round out and to secure that 6th round from Ninjas here.
Well, we might see it come through. If they get any sort of advantage into this round, yeah, we might see a showstopper come out, try and equalize things, give them a chance. Nightfall, though, I'm not too sure if it's going to be used here, though. But at this point, with the scoreline being the way it is, really need to try and close this gap. Again, this is good job for NEXGA, right? We know this team is hardened on this map. Their protocols are amazing to watch.
Harden is understated, man. We're seeing, okay, to be fair, we're seeing two completely different stories. Oh, Aruka just shutting down Persona.
Why just one-tapped him?
Yeah.
After the jump spot? Good night, yeah. Oh, and there's the Hunter's Fury. Usually, Aruka's always good for one and good for damage. He just knows where these players are going to route to. In combination with the sonar as well and the drone, it's just so hard to avoid him. You just won't see him sometimes. Josh finds the fight onto Splash as well. But Ninjas, they still have a lot of ground to take, and Impecurity is on the flank, so they're going to try and blitz into B, but they're going to be held up by the Aftershock, and all of this utility being thrown at them keeps them stuck here for the flank. That is Impecurity, and he sweeps them all up. NEXGA are on 12, match point, series point.
Match point.
You want to know what NEXGA's win rate is on Lotus split?
Is it 100%?
75%.
75%. Oh,
75%.
they lost. Who they lose to?
Yeah, 3-1. They've played Lotus 4 times so far. If they win this, it's going to be a clean 80. That's going to be pretty good.
Who did they lose?
But for Ninjas here, unfortunately, they're sitting at a whopping 0%. They have not taken any maps so far.
Yeah, it seems Icebox is their best chance. That was the last
Oh,
time.
dear opportunity.
Oh my. That's a crunch and a half. But Shiba manages to bring it back a little bit. Oh, fight going back the other way. Shiba, he's alive. He's online. But gets shut down is Aruka. But yeah, Shiba, he's finally alive. Finds that 4K. Good stuff from him.
Yeah, we're seeing embers of the player that used to be right now. We'll have to see. The fires of hope can be rekindled for the side of Ninjas here. A 6-round perfect streak is what they have to surmount in order to tie this up against NEXGA. And look at the setup. Oh, the nade is gonna go out, but Splash catches out Josh. Long range with the Blade Storm Persona. Trades it right out though.
Yeah, got tagged. He got tagged, so his movement wasn't there. It's already falling. Dead man in the middle of the street, unfortunately.
But that's the Omen going down for the composition of the Ninjas here. That takes away so much of your freedom in terms of where you have to be able to smoke. INF is still in B main, and look at this. It is a clean 4v4, so if INF can get the lurk on towards B, this would be huge. But he has to catch out Impecurity somehow first, because they don't have information on where he is, and the fault line coming out from Mojo is going to stall them even further. Ninjas here, 30 seconds nearly. And it's going to be ticking down. Showstopper finally being deployed by Persona. And clear the side here. Impecurity being spotted out from the flank of B main. INF is going to take the duel here, but Impecurity comes out on top.
Yeah, he was holding the ankle a little bit too wide, so do or die now for this round. Viper's Pit gets used, and Shiba is just around the corner here. If Aruka is not careful, or if Shiba is not careful and he feels the gun barrel, one of them is dead. Persona finds that kill, and it's just a swing. What is that from Aruka? He finds both. He just had a feeling that the other one was going to come through. And yeah, NEXGA, just like that. Ninjas, they go down even more. Yeah, they showed a little bit of promise, but NEXGA, next generation of aces, baby. They find that round. And they get up even more into the standings.
Man, that is... I'm sorry, but that round for Aruka? The stars just aligned for him, seemingly. Just lining up those two clean headshots perfectly.
I think he took note of it. I think he took note of it, right? It's the one corner that would obviously be a player in. He doesn't
Yeah.
know about the one that's so close, but with that player being there, he just decides, hey, you know what? I can't see that corner anyway. Why not just shoot in there?
Exactly.
It's
Let's take a
amazing
look at the
gameplay.
stats for a second. Lotus for NEXGA. 12 first kills here in dominant fashion. 11 post plants. They were able to basically get the spike down nearly, well, over 90% of the time, actually. They managed to, of course, only convert 9, but those retakes, Ninjas and Galaxy, some of them looked really dangerous. So dropping a few of those rounds, certainly not too bad of a look here. 12 to 7 first kills. So that is the stat line that I want to focus on. And if we look at the scoreboard here, it's going to be Splash just tearing up a storm. But how can we ignore Impecunity? I know you've talked about the clutch stars for INF, Applix, right? Josh, Bryce. But Impecunity, he is one of those diamonds in the rough that I don't really hear get often talked about.
He's a such a good defender too for sites, right? For some reason, he has incredible multi-kill capability when he gets pressured down, and he just knows how to fight. Just at least take one with him before he goes down. You know, it's that kind of confirmation that makes him such a valuable teammate as well. Upon playing the Killjoy as well as good as he does, yeah, he's gonna be your MVP. Look at that, 53.3% headshot ratio, KAST of 73.7% as well.
53.3. Yo, he's a barber this round, man.
Yeah.
Everybody is getting a taste of these clippers. 73%, nearly 74% KST. And it shows as well. He's mostly playing solo on site, or when he's playing with Applix, I think, for most of those rounds where there were 2 players. But yeah, he was the primary C anchor, and he was making